There's no worse feeling than hating what you see in the mirror first thing in the morning. Now, I don't say that to like sound cliche, because like what fitness YouTuber hasn't said that before? So to make this actually like relatable to you guys, I'll just tell some stories. So when I first started like going to the gym, I would do all these like crazy dirty bulks. I'd eat like 3,500 calories, 4,000 calories. And for a guy who's only 5'6", like that is a lot of food. I had no business eating that amount of food, but I was like under the impression, eat big to get big, right? And honestly, like everyone has to do like one dirty bulk at least once in their fitness career. Like you have to experience it, but yeah, it never goes well, but it's just the essential part of every lifter's journey. Anyways, you know, I would always gain a lot of weight doing these dirty bulks. Like one time I gained 30 pounds. I gained 30 pounds and like it got bad, bro. Like whenever I'd be about like halfway through these bulks, I would never want to like look at myself in the mirror. Like when I'd wake up in the morning, I'd literally wear like a hoodie. That way I didn't have to like see my body in the mirror. And then when I'd hop in the shower, I'd immediately wrap up in a towel when I was done. That way I didn't have to like see myself. Like that's horrible, bro. Like you should never get to the point to where you hate what you see in the mirror every morning. And some of you guys might be like, oh, body dysmorphia, bro. That's not body dysmorphia. When you have fucking rolls on your stomach, when you have love handles, that is not body dysmorphia. You are fat. You are fat. I'm telling you, dude, those dirty bulks were horrible because it was like I'm stuffing myself with food. My face is getting all puffy and bloated. Like you just don't even like what you look like, but you cope and say, oh, well, I'm bulking, so I'm getting big, I'm building muscle, but like deep down, you're miserable. You're miserable. And I remember like, you know, I would be lifting with my friends in the garage because they had like a home gym, and then we'd all like take our shirts off. And I remember when I took my shirt off, which I barely had the confidence to do in the first place. But when I took it off, like my friend, he literally like grabbed both of my love handles and started like shaking them. And I remember just getting so fucking pissed. I was pissed and I was also upset. Like I just felt so violated. I mean, it's funny looking back now, but like back then, bro, like that was just so demoralizing. So demoralizing. And if you think about it, it's like, bro, like did you really start your fitness journey to get to like 25% body fat? No one starts their fitness journey to look worse than they did from the start. But I would always do these bulks and they would just result in me becoming a fat slob, man. Fucking sucked. And then this summer, you know, ever since, like, so that was like back during like 2022. And then I got like really, really lean, and I've always kind of like maintained a lean physique ever since, because I've just realized like how much of a difference it makes to like wake up and see your abs in the morning. Like it just gets you in that positive feedback loop. So ever since, like just experiencing the confidence you get when you're lean, I haven't really just like gotten like fat. But I did do a bulk this summer. Now I didn't get like super, super fat. I probably got to about 20% body fat, 18 to 20%. And bro, I don't want to say I regret it, but like, dude, I wasn't even lean this summer, right? Like who doesn't want to be lean during the summer? But also like, I just didn't like what I looked like. I wasn't like super, super fat, but I didn't look my best. And when you're used to seeing yourself with like abs, bicep veins, chiseled jawline, like you just don't want to like go back to being chunky. And like the whole summer is like, you know, I'd eat and I'd feel guilty, even though I knew I was like building muscle. And I did build a lot of good muscle on this bulk, but it was like at the same time, bro, like it came at the sacrifice of like my mental health. Now I'm like cutting down and I'm getting leaner. I'm about like 15% body fat right now, so I don't look bad. But I'm trying to get back to like 12, maybe even 10%. But bro, I do not plan on getting above 15% body fat again. It's just not worth it. So let's go over some actionable steps on how I'm actually, one, going to get to 12% body fat and be aesthetic. And then two, we'll go over how I plan on maintaining that. So there's three core principles that I've found make getting lean very easy. And I'm not going to just say basic stuff like eating a calorie deficit. You fucking know to do that. You know to do that. But there's some other things that are more nuanced that you probably aren't doing that I'm going to go over. So the first thing is strictly eating single ingredient whole foods. This is the biggest game changer. And so many guys don't do this. They just follow like the if it fits your macros approach, which obviously from a numeric perspective, just losing weight, obviously that'll work. But if you actually want to maximize muscle growth, optimize your hormone profile, you need to pay attention to the foods you're eating. Like you need to eat single ingredient whole foods for a variety of reasons. This is going to optimize your hormone profile. It's going to boost your testosterone. It's actually going to keep you satiated. Like you're not going to be hungry all the time because you're actually eating like foods that'll keep you full. And they're not like addictive, like all these like sugary snacks, these protein bars, whatever bullshit you're putting in your body. Like all that like fast food, chips, snacks, those are like made in like a laboratory by like these like skinny necked, like pale doctors who want to make the most addictive meals in the world, so you keep going back and buying more so they can make more money off you and you get fat and weaken you as a man. But single ingredient whole foods, I mean, I'm talked about how it like optimizes your hormone profile, because when you're eating like a lot of like red meat, like beef, steak, eggs, you're getting zinc, vitamin B12, iron, like all these good like vitamins and minerals, which are going to optimize your testosterone, which is going to allow you to build muscle while dieting down. So a lot of guys don't think that you can actually build muscle in a cut, but you absolutely can. I think it's crazy when people say you can't. I always build muscle on my cuts. I always get stronger, and I 100% contribute my diet to that, right? Because I don't eat a bunch of crap. I'll do like one cheat meal a week, but like, bro, when you start eating single ingredient whole foods, not only do you feel better, you look better, your skin clears up, you're less bloated and puffy. Like I feel like a lot of guys, the reason they can't build muscle and they actually lose muscle in their cuts is simply because they're eating like all this like processed food, and it's just not optimal for muscle growth or performance in the gym. But they also, you know, a lot of guys, they'll get lean, but then they wonder why they still kind of look like puffy and watery. And it's because you're eating all these like carbs and like processed shit that's like making you hold more water, right? Like I used to cut down and I'd get decently lean, but I still looked like puffy and soft, and I never understood why. And it was simply just due to the foods I was putting into my body. So stick to eating single ingredient whole foods. It'll keep you fuller, and it'll actually optimize muscle growth and reduce bloating and inflammation. The second thing, and this one's really key, and I might continue to do this when I transition into like a maintenance phase, but whenever I cut, I just do 2 meals a day and then maybe like an optional snack. But 2 meals a day seems to be the cheat code. Like a lot of you guys complain that you guys are always hungry on your cut, and it's because you guys eat like 6 meals a day, and when you're limited to only like 1900 calories a day and you have to split that across 6 meals, of course you're gonna be hungry. Like that's pigeon portion sized meals. Like, bro, that's not gonna keep you full. And it sucks because it's like then you don't actually get to eat like good foods. Then you have to eat like bland chicken and rice, and it's like you're eating like 5 ounces of chicken per serving. Like you're eating like a child. Like when you actually do 2 meals a day, you get to eat like big ass meals. Like I eat like a big steak and a sweet potato for dinner like every night, and it keeps me full. It tastes good. But like if you were like limited to like 6 meals, you wouldn't even be able to eat like a full steak in one sitting. You just have to like cut it up in like into quarters, right? Like who wants to eat 4 ounces of steak? That's bullshit, bro. That's fucking bullshit. Like I'm not gonna do that. I would rather suffer and be hungry the first half of the day and then get to eat like a king the rest of the day. That's what I do. That's what I do. And it's worth it. Like, and there's so many benefits to fasting too. Like I'm not gonna go like into that, but I mean, you can do your own research. But like also when you fast, like if you're like me and you work a lot, it keeps you more focused because you don't have to like digest all this food and the blood sugar rushes to your head. Like you can think more clearly, more critically, make better decisions. So you should absolutely fast the first half of the day because 1, the health benefits, but 2, like it makes your diet easy. Like, yeah, you got to be hungry the first half of the day, but then it's like the rest of the day, you're full because you're eating big meals. Like my other meal is like a big bowl of beef, rice, and eggs with some fruit. And I feel great, man. Like I'm not hungry. I don't like watch the clock for my next meal. Like I'm just like, I eat it and I move on with my day, right? And I don't go to bed hungry either. And if you want to like throw a snack in there, get like a pre-workout meal in, have some like a bowl of fruit, some honey. I'll do that. So I'm heading to the gym right now. I just had like an orange. It's plenty. It's plenty, bro. You don't need all these like pre-workout carbs or pre-workout meals. It's leaving you bloated. Like I always feel groggy and gross when I have like a pre-workout meal. My workouts are never as good. So the last thing I do to get lean, to get to 12% body fat, and this one's a little more basic, you probably already do this, but walking, I do 15,000 steps per day, but you need to get about 10 to 12,000 steps per day to maximize your diet, to get the most out of it, because it's going to allow you to eat more food, because you're going to be burning so many more calories, but you're also going to digest your food better. And one thing I like to do is to do digestion walks. That way I can digest my food better, but it also boosts your metabolism, so you get to eat way more food. And there's a bunch of other health benefits too, to walking for 10 minutes after each meal. You could even do it before each meal too, if your schedule allows. I have the luxury of being able to work remotely, so I'm always able to get about 15,000 steps in every single day. I can just walk around the neighborhood after each meal, get up early and do a walk. But getting your steps in is an absolute cheat code for getting and staying lean. So definitely get your step count in. This will also, you know, like I said, it's going to allow you to eat more food, which is going to reduce your cravings and hunger while you're dieting. Like, who wants to be hungry all the time? Fuck that. Like, I really don't get that hungry on my cut. Like, obviously there's days where I'm hungrier than others. That's just part of it. But there's very rarely days where I just feel like starving and miserable. I used to always be so hungry on my cuts, because I'd be eating like 1,500 calories, like eating like a child. Like, it was brutal, bro. So if you want to maximize your cut and make it as easy and straightforward as possible, obviously eating a 500 calorie deficit, you fucking know that. That's beginner level shit. But one, you want to fast. Two, you want to stick to single ingredient whole foods. And then three, you want to make sure you're getting at least 10,000, ideally 12,000 steps per day. I do 15,000, but you don't have to go that far. But it definitely will help. And then what am I going to do to actually like maintain a lean physique once I get here? Because like I said, I don't plan on doing another bulk anytime soon. I'm not going to say never, but I don't plan on doing one anytime soon, because I just want to feel confident in my own skin, bro. Like, there's nothing worse than just hating your physique in the mirror, or like, you know, pulling out your phone to like take a selfie and your face is all round and like bloated. Especially for me, because it's like, I do this like social media business. Like, I have online coaching, so I'm always posting like reels and photos. Like, I always want to look good, and you should want to look good too. Like, one, you'll feel good about yourself, but two, like, the way people treat you, like not just girls but other men, they just respect you more. They take you more serious, because it shows that you take yourself serious. But what I'm gonna do to like actually maintain a lean physique after I cut down is I'm just gonna reverse diet. So for the next like 5 weeks after I finish my cut, I still probably have about a month left of this cut. But once I get to about 12% body fat, because when you do a cut, once you increase the calories, you gain a bunch of water weight. You'll gain about 4 to 5 pounds of water weight. So it's like, you always want to aim to lose more weight than you anticipated. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reverse diet. So instead of just increasing my calorie intake right away to straight up to my maintenance, I'm going to add about 100 calories to my diet for the next like 5 weeks. That way I'm slowly building back up to my maintenance, and that will reduce water weight and just bloat, and my body will actually like acclimate to the increased calories. And then once I'm at about what I project to be my maintenance calories, I'll just eat at that year round, and it'll be pretty easy. I'll be able to maintain a lean physique. And will I build as much muscle this way eating at my maintenance? Of course not, but that comes at the sacrifice of me, or that's the sacrifice of, you know, being aesthetic. Yeah, you don't build as much muscle, but you actually like what you see in the mirror every morning. Like, let's not forget why we started going to the gym. We wanted to look good. We wanted to feel good about ourselves. We wanted to feel confident in our own skin, and being lean and muscular, easiest way to do that. But you can still make phenomenal gains eating in your maintenance calories, especially if you train the way I do, where I do low volume, high intensity, and I do like a lot of like calisthenics, like weighted pull-ups and weighted dips. You'll have no problem building muscle in a calorie deficit, and definitely your maintenance calories. And then I'm still gonna eat 2 meals a day. I'm probably gonna reduce my step count. I do 15K right now. I'm probably gonna reduce it to like 12K, maybe eventually 10K. And then, you know, once it's like December, January, like those winter months, I might increase the calories a little bit. Like, I might do like a 200 calorie surplus, nothing crazy. But what's good about being in this like 12% range is like, it's gonna be really easy for me to like cut back down when it's like the summertime again, because I'll be anywhere between 12 to 15% body fat. So it'll only require like 5 to 6 weeks of cutting to have like a pretty aesthetic body. But I'm telling you, bro, like 12% body fat is such the move. Like you just love how you look, you feel good, you feel healthy, your workouts are good, your clothes look nice on you, and you just feel like the man, bro. So I feel like every man should strive for 12% body fat. I mean, you look the best, your facial features look more defined. It's just overall the best, bro. And if you want help like maximizing your self-image, because I do help guys, you know, get in the best shape of their life, dress well, get the right haircut for their face shape, be more groomed, work on their confidence. Like I help guys maximize their self-image so they can, one, feel more confident in themselves, because how you look, I mean, it highly correlates with how you feel. But it also improves your dating success. Like my dating life used to be pretty non-existent, but then once I figured out like how to like dial in my image, my appearance, and be more attractive, I realized like how easy dating is. Like despite the fact I'm 5'6", like I do a lot better than most of my guys who are like, most of my friends who are like 6'2", 6'3". So if you're struggling with your dating life, or you just want to feel more confident, you want to maximize your self-image, I do offer one-on-one coaching. You just click the link, the first link in the description of this video, and book a one-on-one call with me. We'll talk there. If you seem like a good fit, I'll onboard you and we'll get you looking right, bro. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.